Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Token and the Truth. I am Lady Dre Renee, and this is my amazing host.
Shemaine Man Freddie B. We here, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. We here. Another episode, another week. We got the superstar just landed back in LA.
Yes, aren't you landing all the time, Freddie? Delta is like your best friend.
Not anymore with the changes they just made in September. So, I'm kind of.
Wait, are you breaking up with Delta?
They broke up with me, look like. So, I got to move on possibly. So, we shall see what next year brings.
Oh,
We shall see, because I'll still be platinum next year. I'm diamond this year, but I know I'll still be platinum next year. Maybe diamond, I don't know, but we'll see. But I actually fly out tomorrow, so
Oh wow, I need to. Do we need to take a moment of silence? I'm in a little bit of shock right now.
Hey man, you gotta do what works best for you. You got to be in a loving relationship that is proper, that it feeds to your spirit, to where you can grow and prosper and be the person that you were created to be, right?
With reciprocity in your relationship with whomever that may be, or what company that may be.
Exactly. And as you're developing a relationship, if you're seeing that reciprocity is not happening and they're not being who they need to be, you dip.
You dip. You know what, Freddie? I applaud you for that. And most Sagittarius for that, because they can dip real quickly. Some of us struggle with dipping when it's no longer working.
I don't like to dip, but
hey, if it ain't working, it ain't working.
Hey, but guys, look, let's get into it. So today, what's the first clip you want to jump into? We got some good spicy ones. And we might have some anger come. Let's get this anger popping. Let's go.
Okay, we got some good spicy stuff. Let's see if me and Freddie can maintain and see if we can stay on the same page a little bit. I don't know.
Y'all see the topic, so.
Okay, so we're just going to jump right into it, guys. I've actually had a couple friends mention this meme that we're going to show this video. So there's a young man who is talking into a room full of ladies, and he had some choice things to say. I'm not sure why he chose to do this, but all right, let's just get into it really quickly here. You guys know I love to have a little moment when I scroll and try to add you guys into the thing.
Right. You and your technology.
I'm almost there though. I'm almost there. See, look, it's going a lot faster now. Okay, you guys listen in here. All right, wait, where's the volume? Oh God, that would help. Oh no, I can't find the volume, Freddie.
Uh-oh.
Oh Lord, where is it? There it is at the bottom. Okay, wait. We're gonna start over. I'm gonna click it again.
Okay, guys, bear with us. This clip, you do not want to miss this clip, because one, I don't even understand why he decided to say it in the place he said it.
Okay, here we go.
That if you find a woman who is 32 years old, don't have any kids, never been married, tell your daddy that she's educated and that she's planning to make financial decisions so she can afford the children that she has and send them to college instead of having them standing at the L stop. She can drive a Lexus to work. Tell your daddy the woman is a boss.
My father told me that if a woman's over 32, never been married, never had any kids, there's something wrong with her.
All right. Tell your daddy. That if you find a woman who is 32 years old, don't have any kids, never been married, tell your daddy that she's educated and that she's planning to make financial decisions so she can afford the children that she has and send them to college instead of having them standing at the L stop. She can drive a Lexus to work. Tell your daddy the woman is a boss.
Okay. Well, Freddie was very, very excited about this. He was rubbing his hands together. You remember, Freddie, you were like rub his hands together, excited to see this. So Again, if you guys are just joining us, this is the Token and the Truth. We're so happy to have you guys with us. We're looking at this video of a man saying if a woman is over 32, has no kids, never been married, his daddy told him to stay away from her. Freddie, go ahead. Knock yourself out. Please listen in and comment, guys. Thank you.
So guys, look, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you do that. Support is free. We appreciate it. So let's get some likes up. But guys, look, he said, so what I will say is he said 32 in this clip. And I think based on society and how we've gone with our capitalistic society as well, I would probably bump that age up a little bit, not 32, but more so 35, 36, 37, somewhere in that area. That's when it's like, okay, what's going on here? Unless, let me caveat this with if she's a virgin. Now, if you meet a woman who is a virgin, now you're talking about something totally different. Something totally different. Then there's a different conversation that has to be had. If she hasn't had sex, if a man has never known her, there's a different conversation to be had, Dre. You can't talk to her like a woman who has been known by a man.
I want you to be specific.
I mean, because the thing is if she's a virgin, that means that she's waiting to get married to have children. And so, and so what that dude is referring to is a woman who has no children and has never been married. Mm-hmm. So both those things. So if she's a virgin, she can't have children. She's never done it. No guy could have been like, okay, I want to have babies by you. I mean, as irresponsible as it is, that still is a outlook, because we're speaking on, because what he's speaking to is from how men view women. And so here's the problem with that lady. That lady, she spoke from a woman point of view. It was damn what men think. She don't like everything she said had nothing to do with men, but yet she said, make the money to take care of our children. And it's like, if you have children, that means that there has to be a daddy in the picture. And so she's speaking to a standpoint. It'd be different if I would have actually gave her a little something had she not mentioned having children. And so the thing is that I think, because the thing is, here's the thing with men think of things in relation to how women perceive what we're going to be doing, what we're doing. Men buy the cars, we buy the jewelry, we buy the clothes. All these different things we do are to catch or ascertain or to get women, or to get women attention, or to eventually get a wife. That's the reason why we do these things. Vice versa. I'm not gonna say women don't do that, but in this clip, all those women, their action, like, and once she was in the echo chamber too, she got all gassed up because she got all these women like, yeah, girl. She just got gassed up because she's a boss. Well, look, you can do all that and be the biggest boss you want to be. But if your goal is to be a boss and alone at 70 and never have a man, knock yourself out.
Stop. Freddie. Don't you whistle at me. Don't you do it. Freddie. Okay, first of all, you're exaggerating. 70 years old, Freddie. Okay, that lady, you're saying if your goal is to be a boss at 30 with no kids, I don't think that's anyone's goal, really.
That's my point.
No, this woman is speaking to, as I always say when we do our podcast, to what the times are now. People are getting married later. People are having children later. If you're 30,
that's the first thing I said.
Did you say that?
Yes, I said that you got to raise, because our capitalistic society, you have to raise that age up, and you have to take that into account. People are getting married later, and then based off just working and making money, you can't just really just say the man going to make all the money and take care of the woman, because a lot of people, the average person can't do that.
The average person cannot do that. Not with these grocery prices and gas prices these days. I saw a good little video the other day saying that you can't even shame people nowadays for living with their parents because everything is so high, especially living in California specifically. But anyway, I get what she's saying. And you know what? All the women in the comments, you got to love us. You got to love the women. Look, it is what it is. I don't think it's a red flag. You do have to increase the age. And I just feel like in the times now that we're in, with the way people are dating, the way people are viewing relationships, it's not a red flag if a woman is in her 30s, well into her 30s, she isn't married and she doesn't have kids. I do not think that is a red flag. No, it is not. Because you know what? If I'm not married, don't have kids, and you're not married and you don't have kids, then what? I guess we're both walking red flags. And then we both married together. I'm sorry. I don't think that's a red flag. If a woman's been focusing on her career, she's been looking at things that she wants to do, fulfilling her life, that is okay. And you can get married a little bit later. You can have children a little bit later. Those things are totally possible. Now, does it look a little differently when you're in your 30s, late 30s? Yeah, it's going to look a little differently, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it. So this guy, his father saying, oh, if she over 32, then, you know, it's over for her. Leave her alone. Like, that is ridiculous. And that is ridiculous to look at women that way. And I will continue to say that. If you meet somebody, you have a connection with them, you guys can still build a life together. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, whatever it is. My makeup artist, okay, who did my makeup, she met her husband at 45. She's fine. They've been together for 15 years. They're very happy. Okay. So, and the one thing she told me is don't waste your time. That's what she said. Just don't waste your time. Okay.
And so I agree with her. Don't waste your time. But here's the thing. Your philosophy is based on a woman. So you looking at a man, you can meet a man who's 40, like with me. I meet women all the time. I've never been married. I don't have any children, and I'm 40. And they see me and they're like, woo, like I am gold. Like I am like, oh, like you exist. They can't even believe somebody like me exists, especially considering with how I look and the resources that I have. They like, you've never been married and you've never knocked a woman up. Like,
I actually am surprised you aren't married, Freddie. I will say I am surprised you aren't married.
Right.
But here's the thing. Unicorn factor, but I'm saying I'm surprised you aren't married.
So, but here's the thing. It's what women value in men, vice versa. A man, like I said, I'm speaking from a man's point of view. Like women, you can feel all the women out there. Y'all can feel Michelle Murad. She said everything she said. That's your homegirl. Hello. What you said, you can. I'm not telling women out here not to feel that way. That's fine. I get it. I get that you may feel like that, but unfortunately, the vast majority of men, if we meet a woman who's 35, especially the older she gets, she's never been married and don't have any children, we start to wonder what is wrong with her. No man has met you, and especially she's cute and beautiful. We're like, hold on, wait, she gotta be nuts, bat crap crazy. No man has met you and like, oh yeah,
crazy. She's crazy now.
Yes, that's how men think. That's just is what it is. It don't matter what women think we should be doing. The fact of the matter is, and I'm just telling you what men think. I'm giving women out here the game. A man meets a woman that no kids and never been married. Like no man has met you and been like, you are good enough to either have my seed or me to share my life with you. That's like, wait, what's going on with you,
Freddie? But this is what I'm talking about. I don't think that mindset is one that is continuing. I don't, that is changing, especially with this younger generation. Yes, it is changing.
No, it's just getting older. Now, I kind of agree. It's getting older. It's not 32 because the guy, his dad coming from an older point of view back in the day. Back in the day, if you was 30 and up, oh no, it's just getting older.
If you were 22 and weren't married, it was like, oh my God.
I mean, it never was that young.
I think it was that young.
No, it never was 22.
As soon as they graduate high school, they're like, why are you not married yet?
Drea, can you stop it? Can you stop it, Drea? Can you put a pause on it?
In the day, no,
I forgot.
No.
Can we stop it? Can we stop it? No.
You guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about a woman being 32, not married, having kids. This man said that you should stay away from that woman because his daddy told him to. Token of the truth. Like, follow, subscribe.
But like I said, that's how men think, because it's like no man has thought of you enough to lock you up in some form of fashion.
How do you know that? Maybe she didn't want to be locked up. Maybe that wasn't the guy. Maybe the guy that was proposing, she wasn't into it. That's possible.
Well, if then that's the case, she's a man eater. It's like, okay, no man thought of you in that way. And if you thought that, you just a man eater. You love him and leave him in dip. You nobody get me like that.
And maybe he wasn't maybe he's not husband material.
And that's fair. And so then that goes to how you've never met not one man in the 2 decades of your life, not one man worthy of getting married to and or having children with.
That is
what is going on with the men you pick?
That's fair. I'll give you that.
So like you put all that together, it just is a cause of alarm for a guy, because it's like, what is happening? Well, what is going on with you? Now, vice versa, I get why women think that, why women feel that way, because how y'all look at men, y'all don't look at men like that. Y'all look at men more so from because it also goes back to what is the natural way? Men protect and provide.
Here we go, guys. Listen up.
Men protect and provide. Women nurture. So to protect and provide in a first world country, you got to have resources. So it makes sense why, okay, this guy's 40, haven't been married, no kids, because he's been working on himself to get his resources up so he can take care of a woman. Well, vice versa, a woman, I ain't never heard of a woman getting her resources up so she could take care of a man.
Well, that does happen. I don't think that's the goal, but it does
happen. Come on now. Come on, Drea.
I'm saying it's not the goal. I agree with you. It's not the goal, but it does happen.
I mean, there might be one woman in the whole state of California that is doing that.
That's taking care of a man?
That has that ideology that I'm getting my paper up.
I'm agreeing with you. I don't think that's the ideology.
Right. And so, but men think that way. Men are thinking like, hey, I'm trying to get my paper up so I can properly take care of a woman.
But this is what I'm saying on what this lady was speaking about with the way the economy is. You know what? Everybody needs to get their bag up right now. Okay. Because no one's.
That ain't what she was saying.
Listen, that is what she was saying, in my opinion, because women are more focused on their careers and everyone can have an opinion about it. And everyone can say, oh, this woman's focused on her career and she doesn't want to have children. She should only be having children. Oh, no. But look, these days, men should be asking, what are you making? I mean, seriously.
No, but the thing is, she didn't say that because she was saying, get my money up so I can drop everything was me. Everything was about her. So she can have money and get her degree so she can be a boss. All you chicks want to be a boss. Like, do you really want to be, do you understand what being a boss entails?
Well, some men don't mind that. Haven't you seen like the boss couples? That's okay. You do you, I do me, and we do us together. That's fine.
Right. Yeah. I mean, different strokes for different folks. But when it comes down to the general nature of things, a woman, I can honestly say, the vast majority of men you meet and talk to, a woman is 40 plus, never been married, don't have any children.
I really think it's more.
We are treading lightly. We're treading lightly.
More common these days, Freddie.
We're going more. Whether you think it's more common these days or not, that man is like. Factor. He treading lightly. He like, okay, is this gonna be thin line between love and hate? Like what's
where's my bag with the oranges?
Like, yeah, we going into it like, okay. So the thing is now, yeah, there are some women who had a realization, like they've gotten older. They were chasing the bag when they were younger and they woke up late 30s. Like, dang, like, why didn't nobody tell me? Like, I'm alone. I want a man. And they make those changes. Like, yo, that's not the correct way. I shouldn't have done that. I could have gotten both. I could have got my career and found a man to live and grow with. I didn't have to just choose getting the bag and eschew men. I made a mistake there. I've talked to women who've said those words, and they're at a different place in life. Now, as a man, you meet that woman and it's a red flag, but not saying people overrun red flags all the time. People run red lights all the time, literally and figuratively. But the thing is that man is going to it very cautiously. And if he meets that woman who's actually contrite about the choices she made back in life, and it's like, okay, she gets it. She understands what it means to be a woman and the mistakes she's made by not focusing on men and not prioritizing finding a actual solid partner and a solid man. He sees that, then it's like, okay, then you go into it. And she was 43, never been married, never had any children. Like, okay, cool. Then I can be with her. I understand how she got there. But if you go into a lot of women who like that woman in the video, it's like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Now, yeah, I'll pass.
That's the thing. She can do her, and there's a certain type of man that will accept her as she is. Because
yeah, he's called a simp.
There are
he's called a simp.
Like, well, you know what?
He's called a man that she don't want.
Okay for me. That's okay for me. So, you know, for me with that clip, I think she's more speaking to what the times are, and more women are focused on their careers, whether you think it's right or wrong.
She got gassed up by the crowd. Like, women got to stop all that.
She's the one who decided to make that bold of a statement in a room full of women, and you even said that. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to our next clip, which is, what are we doing next? Oh.
The chick that said it ain't nothing to cut that out.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was looking on Instagram the other day and I saw this girl, and I feel like she's a Gen Zer. She looks pretty young, I have to say.
We'll let y'all be the judge.
She looks pretty young, in my opinion. And yeah, let's just let's hear what homegirl had to say, because she was.
Yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. We on YouTube, Talking the Truth YouTube. Make sure y'all go there and lock us in there.
Okay, here we go.
Is to drop him after his first offense. The minute a man shows his ass, you got to show him why he should have kept his pants on.
Oh.
A lot of women give men way too many chances.
True.
And it comes from a scarcity mindset because you don't think you'll be able to find anybody better. So you take what you can get. That mentality will never work in your favor. Let go of that lack mentality and start dropping these niggas the minute they got you fucked up. There will be another man. There will be somebody else to replace him. Stop treating men like a scarcity and don't be afraid to drop them if they're not meeting your standards. Just remember that you can't control what kind of man you attract, but you can control what kind of man you entertain.
God dang. Oh, Lord. So much misinformation just flying out these days.
Misinformation, Freddie.
She said you can't control the men you attract, but you can't control the man you entertain. No, you control both. You control the man you attract and entertain.
That's actually not true, Freddie. The men that you attract, the men that's walking up to you. Okay, first, go ahead. You comment on the clip.
No, go ahead. I'll let you lead off. Go ahead.
Okay. So saying that you can control the men that you attract, if you go out and some dude comes up to you thinking you're hot and all this and that, this is a man you would never in a million years date. You can't control that. This guy was bold, saw you, just came up to you. That's what he attracted himself over to you. Now, whether you choose to entertain that guy, she is right about that. She is right. You can't control that. He's like, oh, I see. She looks cute. Let me go talk to her. Good for him. I look at the guy and I'm like, oh, I don't think so. Right. Now, I do agree with her that women give men too many chances. And we have talked about this on the show, thinking that you're going to change him, falling in love with his potential. You're getting all the red flags. That's true. But she made it sound like on the first offense, right? That's it. And if you do look at the comments, Freddie, I don't know if you did. I
did. I love the comments.
A lot of women did say, okay, she needs to pull back a little bit because you have to give people grace to make mistakes, kind of find out who they are, not a bunch of mistakes. So I agree with that. But if somebody's showing you who they are over and over and over again, and I would like to think that's more of what she's speaking to, because obviously for these Instagram videos, you have to be a little bit more polarizing in your comments, right? So she's like, first offense, show them who they are. Blah, blah, blah,
show your ass, make them know why he had to pull his pants up.
And no, I should pull his pants up. But obviously she's young. And look, I will say, the generation coming up now, the way that they view relationships and how they view, especially with social media, we always talk about this dating apps and the quantity that we feel that we have and people just being disposable of people left and right. Oh, he did this, I'm out. Oh, she did that, I'm out. She won't sleep with me, or he didn't text me at the right time. People just like, bye, 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 bye. So what this is all going to look like, especially for her generation in about 20 years, I don't know. I mean, marriages are just going to go all the way down, with this mindset. And there won't be as many people having families. And so I think you got to see people's intentions, look at their hearts. What's the overall pie chart telling you? And you're not going to find that out from one, grievance that you have with the person that you're dating. You have to figure out who people are. And I hate to say this, but I agree with Freddie about the vetting process, that if you take your new person around another man, they can probably tell things that you may not tell as a woman. Whatever. Anyway, I'm done.
With old girl, going back to who you attract, who you entertain, yes, 100%.
Yes.
Okay. Who you attract is a large part of you. It's not like you have no choice on who you attract. Because here's the thing. Women, it's like this point is so lost to women, and I get it. And when it is, I give it a pass, and I appreciate, with you, I appreciate that this point is lost on you. I appreciate it because it shows that you don't have that mentality. But women don't understand when the difference between a man approaching them for that ass and approach you for a relationship. And so a man approach you for that ass, you get all types of Tom, Dick, and Harry approach you for that ass because they just pulling up. They pulling up. You got to shoot the score, baby. And I'm trying to get that ass. That's not what I'm talking about. We're not talking. What she talking about is a relationship, giving dudes chance. You don't give somebody a chance who they just there for that ass. He just there for that ass. He come get the ass and he's supposed to leave. If that's what the concept is. But in a relationship, now y'all dealing with each other. Now that's room for making mistakes. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a relationship. And what I'm saying is men don't approach women for a relationship that they feel like they have no chance with, that they can't support, that they can't take care of, that's out their league. You know, it's not, you don't go like, okay, actually, I'm trying to develop, generally speaking, like every now and again, there might be that one dude that's like, okay, I'm about to go in and see what it make it do what it do. I'm gonna shoot. Oh, like you might have that dude that's gonna shoot, like, cause he wanna to just hit. But then as he doing it, he see like, oh, okay, you feeling him. You actually want to, oh, okay. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Well, let's see what it is. And he'll just go along with it because you open the door. But guarantee, like I've had plenty of, like I've been in that room with the guys and we having a conversation, plenty like, nigga, I ain't think it was gonna happen, but nigga, I said this and she bit, like, nigga, we hit it. Like, what? Oh, you talking to, we looking at him like, you and Drea? What? Oh, snap. Like how you, and we all like, oh, then we dapping them up.
I definitely had a couple of those where I didn't know what I was thinking.
Right. And it be dudes like, yo, look, you know, we be wanting to hear story. Like, tell us that we want to live vicariously through you. How you get her? Like, oh,
you know what? It's confidence. When a guy that you would normally think doesn't have confidence, the confidence goes a long way. I'll tell you that.
Confidence does go a long way. Yes, that's confidence, sense of humor. Big things. You got those two things, you're knocking out the park every time. But
pretty much, yes.
But yeah, so I mean, but the dudes that you attract has a lot to do with you. If you and then you have some guys who prime time that would not, like, okay, they might initially want to talk to you, but they see like, okay, who y'all? Oh yeah, I'm good. Like you yelling, you scared, you doing some scared, all that. Yeah, nah, not about to happen. And like, or that chick that was on that clip we just watched, like her, I saw that, like, yeah, I'm fine. Like she could come, like, oh yeah, my homegirl want to holler at you or something. Yeah, I'm good. Never mind. No, I don't want to talk to her. I ain't got no time for her. I'm not about to deal with that. So who you attract, the type of guy you attract is based on who you are as a woman and how you carry yourself.
I mean, you're speaking within saying yes to having a relationship with the person.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Because that's what she's speaking. She's speaking to a relationship. She's not speaking to niggas she just hit and letting hit. You know, but then you get into.
I thought you meant like a man coming up to you, cold approaching you, like a.
He want to hit. He wants to hit. He wants the goodies.
The guy that cold approaches you wants to hit it. What are you talking about?
He generally speaking wants to hit.
Alicia,
he just come like, hey, what's up?
My sister's
like,
a traitor.
No. Here's the thing. If he approach you, he wants to hit. Now, if he wants more,
yes, fine.
If he wants more, that's something different. But if a dude come approach you, he wants to hit. And so the thing is you know, like for example, you know who you are, Dre. You know how you move and how you act in your stature. If a guy comes up with some like thong sandals, a dirty t-shirt on, and he missing teeth or something like that, like he probably just saw you. He just want to hit. Like he know he can't. You know your teeth white, his teeth dirty. He missing teeth. Like he know he ain't got no chance. He just hoping that okay, maybe you might let him hit.
That I'm drunk.
Or that, like, and that's the thing. So going to her point about cutting mugs off and don't let him show ass and pull it. You got to show all that mask. She been way too masculine and stuff like that. She gonna attract a particular dude. What she gonna attract is a guy that's an F boy. And what I mean by that is
a lot of those in that generation. There's a lot.
Yeah, F boys love masculine women. Love them.
Really?
F boys love masculine women because masculine women want to call the shot. They want to be a boss. They want to run stuff. And that F boy ain't got no problem. Yes, run it. But if you gonna drop that head off, you gonna drop that vagina off, you gonna drop some money off, you gonna drop your car off. Do whatever you want to do so I can get what I can get. Do it. Live your life. He gonna, yeah, girl, you a boss. You gonna boss, but he has no future. He see no future in you because he just trying to get the benefits. You cute. That's it. Because the thing is he not about to live his life and deal with you running around bossing him around. Because his boys gonna roast him. Be like, nigga, you better go because your woman said go. Nigga, hop up. You know what the difference is.
There are men like that are actually fine with that. I'm not saying that's the best dynamic.
But you talking about 0.01% of guys. Like, good luck trying to find them guys that's actually gonna be with that boss and actually be married to her and stay married to her and he planned to do this for the rest of his life. I done seen this happen too. I got so many homegirls, lawyers, psychiatrists, all these different things. And you look up and some F boy driving a car. And it's like, and I'll be like, your boyfriend who?
That's on them.
That's because women still want some D. Like you had sex, you still want to have sex. You still want a man to hold you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you still want to be touched outwardly and inwardly. You still want that little thing to hit there.
Okay, all right, Freddie.
You still want it.
And
so if that F-boy is feeding into your boss mentality, you like, okay, this is easy for me. But then you quickly realize this ain't what it is. But by the time you realize that, he see you realizing that, he's like, oh, time to go.
If she is true boss, she probably does realize that, and she just wants her D appointment, and she's probably going to move on anyway. Okay. So,
but she didn't. But that boss chick didn't want that though. She didn't want that to happen.
On the video? Are you talking about?
Are you talking about on the video chick? Like, I mean, was she gonna be alone for so long? Cause she just cutting niggas off. She's cutting mugs off. Ain't gonna. Cause more than likely, I want to ask her hashtag who hurt her. Some guy hurt her. Now she's got to that point.
Gonna say that, Freddie. I knew you were gonna say that. Look, this mentality that she is spewing all across Instagram is very popular. If you watch any podcast right now where there's this strong energy of men and women gender war.
Do you see the comments? I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I see. It's my family. Hi, Aunt Vicky. Hi, Dusty. Hi, Alicia.
I'm just giving y'all the game. I'm just trying to get the ladies the game. You guys y'all can do better.
Up. Listen, I'm not saying that this mentality can only be met with a certain. Okay, that's fair. I'll give you the whistle for that one. I'll give it to you. I will say that mentality hi, Dusty, can only be met with a certain type of personality, but this is what's happening right now. And so I don't know what it's going to look like, but people are getting more tired. Men are getting more tired. So they're getting a little bit more lazy. And then you might find a woman who's like, hey, I just want, and then a guy who's just like, I want. So relationships aren't even having the same type of quality anymore because there's just a lot of that going on, and not in the good way, I got to say.
It's a race to the bottom, man. I tell women all the time. On that. It's a race to the bottom. Women trying to be men, and men are just sliding into their feminine roles.
I don't think. Why does it? If a woman wants to have a career, feel settled, feel stable in her life, that means she wants to be a man. Why is that?
That's not what. Here's the thing. I've never told a woman, like, don't get education, don't go get a career, don't do any of that. I haven't said any of that. What I'm saying is women they're focused on that, and then they're trying to be competitive and competitive against other people to progress in that and putting all their energy into that like a man should and normally would.
And instead so of like should just be putting her energy towards her husband.
No, listen, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. I am of the belief that women can do multiple things at one time. Women aren't monolithic. Women aren't like, oh, I can only focus on this. Can't do nothing else. Women can chase their career, do that type of stuff to ensure their own benefit and to build wealth for themselves. So when they meet that man, like, okay, I'm adding to this wealth so I can add to future generations, while also like, hey, I'm trying to get married. I want to meet a man. I want to build something with a man. I want to find somebody to lead our household. I'm doing this just because I haven't found him yet. And then the minute I met, they haven't passed the vetting process. But I am a woman, soft, ready to submit, but I'm making money.
Oh God,
I'm still doing my thing. You know what I mean? I'm not just sitting here in the house twiddling my thumbs. Like but the thing is, you can be actionable. Same way you're actionable about your career, you can be actionable about your personal life as well in finding that man and setting yourself up to attract the proper man for you.
And that's where we agree. The proper man for you, whoever you are, as you are. Okay. Whatever that means for you.
I mean, you got general things, you got specific things.
Okay. Whatever that guy looks like for you.
But women aren't doing that though. Women trying to be bosses and get this money and get this degree. F you, nigga. F all the men out there making this money. Ain't no man gonna define me. Can't no man tell me, can't dim my life. Can't no man can't tell me what I'ma do. It's like,
well, look, you can't take that energy into a relationship. The same way a man can't say, oh, a woman ain't gonna do. Not that men are saying that. I think it's on both sides, right? You can't. Nobody can go in a relationship saying me. You can't do that. You have the I has to be a we.
What I will say is the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and usually what you find on internet, you find
the submission wheel gets the grease.
You find more women espousing those ideologies than men getting online. Like, ain't no woman can't tell me I'm gonna do what I want to do. This, that, and third.
Have you not seen any YouTube podcasts where men and women are debating? Men are definitely doing that these days. They're angry and fed up because the men are oppressed.
I mean, there's some validity to that.
Oh, please.
Like I think your sister makes a great point right here. I think women forget to stay in their feminine energy when they get so focused on their career. This is a very valid point.
Congratulations on your nuptials, Alicia. Well, listen, I think you can do both. So
you 100% can do both. You know what I mean? But as a woman, you got to remember, like, hey, this is not where I'm trying to live life. I'm not trying to live life in this rat race.
What you want to do,
huh?
If that's what you want to do, some women.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying you don't want to live life as in working. What I'm saying is, whatever you want to do, whatever that looks like. What I'm saying is, like, it should be an option for you. As a woman, you meet a man that creates an option for you. Like, okay, I can go this way, go this way. Not a lot of people work because they have to.
That's ideal.
You have to work. You got to get up. You got to do that. What I'm saying is, a woman should be in a place to where she has options and choices. Like, okay, I'm doing this. That's the reason why humanity majors are usually dominated by women. Because those are more easygoing, more calm and stuff like that, as opposed to men doing things where they got to get up, they got to get out here and go get it.
I would like to highlight the diva right. Excuse me. No,
diva?
That's absolutely not true. I am over 35, no kids, not married, and I'm a flag with stars and stripes shining bright, living a wonderful life, successful and happy. And you know what, the diva right? I believe you. Now, listen, this is what's happening right now. When a woman is actually in her own peace, in her own happiness, everyone is going to try to tear this woman down and tell her, oh, no, that just can't be possibly right. You, this is not the right attitude to have. Well, the diva right, I am here to support you, and I'm going to salute you with the
diva.
best.
I mean, look, shout out to Diva. Shout out to Diva. Yeah. Beautiful girl. My homegirl out in LA. Shout out to her. What I will say is, if anybody feel like they happy and they say they're happy, cool, fine. I'm not here to tell you you're not happy. If you're happy, I want you to believe that, because I don't want my words to counteract your happiness. Only thing I'll say is it's all based on the things that you want. Like, what do you want out of life? If you're a woman and you're saying like, hey, I don't want a man. I want to live by myself, and I want to dictate my life, and I want to control my destiny without anybody else interfering. I want to run this, and I don't want anybody else's words to take into account. And I have no problem being by myself for the rest of my life. And that makes sense. That makes sense. How, as a woman, you could say, I don't need no man. I'm gonna get in the boss. I want to buy my Lexus, and I don't care nothing about being older and being a red flag and this, that, and third. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying
the sprinkle shade you throw in there.
No. Listen, I'm not saying a woman is a red flag. I'm saying men view that woman as a red flag. Men view you as, I'm not speaking to a woman's character. I'm not speaking to who you are as a woman. That's not what I'm speaking to. We're talking about relationships. And if you're a woman trying to find a man and man trying to find a woman, if you're a woman trying to find a man and you are over 40, never been married, never have any children, men generally look at you like, what is wrong? There's something wrong here.
It's both ways. And then everybody looking at everybody's crazy.
It ain't.
Yes, it is, buddy. If I meet a guy over 45, whatever, he's not married, no kids, I'm kind of like, oh.
You say if you meet a man over 40, no kids, and never been married?
Same.
So when you talk, you look at me like, what's wrong with Freddie?
Well, I know you, so I know what's wrong with you.
Okay, there you go. Fair enough.
No, I'm not thinking about it because I already know. But I'm saying if I do meet a guy, he can totally look at me that way. That's fair. But I'm also going, well, why haven't you been married? But even still these days, Freddie, I just feel like it's not that strange. It's especially, I will give a caveat, living in this city, Los Angeles, because in Los Angeles, when you're 40, you might as well be 30. Like, people are not doing that as quickly here. Now, if you live in Montana, you live in the Midwest, I don't know, that's obviously a different story, but it's true. Living in LA, it's a little bit different.
No, but the fact is you brought up Montana, like that's the place you went to. Go ahead.
I went to Montana for sure.
Dallas, Nashville.
No, whatever. But I wanted to speak on this other point of saying this energy when you were saying earlier about, I don't need no man, I don't want no da-da-da-da. I do not feel that is conducive to anyone obviously wanting to be in a relationship. And a lot of times right now, women can feel very strongly in this energy of like, I'm not going to let a man da-da-da-da. And so I think if you are looking for a partnership, companionship, and to share your life with another person, you have to tone that down, right? And so if you're that we agree on that. You cannot go into a relationship saying, I'm going to do what I want to do. Nobody can. You must incorporate the other person. But I do feel a lot of people have, like I keep saying, this war energy right now where it's like, I'm not going to let a woman tell me what to do. Or I'm not going to let a man tell me what to do. You want to get something to eat? Okay. So it's like, it's never going to work, but people are still trying to do that in relationships, and they're just butting heads the entire time. Time.
So you're saying your mom disagrees with you no matter where she said no matter where you live. She said not just LA, but no matter where you live, that's the case. But
you had to point that out.
I did, yeah, I did. That's petty. So here's the thing, what I don't understand. You could tell women or tell a woman how men think and how they perceive and what they like and dislike, and women will just be like, you shouldn't think like that. That literally blows my mind, because vice versa, you tell a man like, yo, this is what women like, do this and you will get women. They will be like, bet. And they will write it all down and be like, cool. Like, but women will tell men, you're thinking wrong. What? How do you tell a whole gender generally, like, the way you think is wrong?
Well, how do you tell all the women that you got to do one single thing? Everybody's different, Freddie. And I'm
not saying you got to do one single thing, but there's some things that are just kind of across the board for men. Just generally speaking, men enjoy, men appreciate, men value. And so if you plan on getting a quality man, it probably will behoove you to embody these things. Why would you not? Like me, I want a good woman. And so my point is, when I converse with women, I hear them talk and I hear the things they appreciate, I take it to heart. Like, okay, let me try to have these things. Like what we just said, you get a woman by being confident and being funny.
My mom said, where's the link? Is she Mom, are you trying to cam up today?
Drop in there. Come on. Drop it in there.
I always forget how to do this, Freddie.
Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. All right.
How do I? Invite?
Yeah. And invite guest.
Can you do it in the thing?
Copy link.
I think I put it in there.
There you go. Then you just dropped it in there. I think you got to go to your page to drop it in the link.
How do I do that?
So guys, if you want to cam up, click the link. Let us know you want to cam up and you want to say anything. If you want to speak to Drea, if you want to speak to me, let us know. We'll drop it in there, and we'll
love my mom to cam up. But look,
let you hop in to if you got any clarification or anything, you can hop in and get it popping. But
let's move on.
Like your mom, I think she mentioned, like, what do I want? That if she wants to hop on and ask me and have that conversation, I don't really know exactly what she means, but she want to hop on and clarify or add some extra to that question, then I answer it or whatever like that. But going back to what I'm saying is, I think it's so important. The privy woman is listening to men and like, okay, what are men saying? And let me take that to heart. Let me not say you're wrong and you need to think like me, or need to think like how women think. And that's really the main thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, men look at women. I'm not saying as a character. I'm not gonna say any women that's listening, that's over 40, never been married, don't have any children, you are a red flag. What I'm saying is, as it pertains to a relationship, a man meeting you and learning that information, that's what he thinks. Because I think the same way. If I meet a woman that is around my age or older, no children, never been married, I'm like, what's up?
And I'm the same. I'm like, what's up? Yes,
like I said before, 100%. You are the first woman that has ever told me that. So
okay, Freddie, that is not true. I look at it the same way. I'm like, oh, why haven't you ever been married? What's going on with you? Same way. Like, we're just gonna sit there as two red flags and maybe have a little red flag baby. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna move on, Freddie. I think we've made our points here. But look, we have a little.
For some reason, I'm not getting the comments in from my page. I don't know. I just realized I got a bunch of comments on my page. Shout out to Tanisha Clay in the building. She was saying she agreed with that, taking advice from opposite sex, compromise key in all relationships. Red flag baby. She just laughed at what you said.
Red flag babies. I mean, you don't really want a red flag baby, but you know what I'm saying. Two red flags get together.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Aunt Vicky. Okay, guys. So we're going to move on to our next subject, which I think is an interesting in conjunction with what we just showed you. A woman from Gen Z speaking about not giving any grace to mistakes made by these N-words today, which I won't say that word. But anyway, it doesn't sound quite right coming out of my mouth. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next video. So this is quite the opposite, what we're going to show you now, guys. Where is this lovely couple that I sent Freddie? Freddie, where did I send it to you?
So what she's pulling up now.
Okay.
Drea, Mama, like I said, if anybody want to hop in, and you can, we talked about the red flag, a woman being over 35 being a red flag, and then this chick saying like, just cut mugs off, don't give them a chance to play you, cut them off, keep it going. Talk about that. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. We appreciate it. It's free. Support is free. So guys, drop it in there.
But this the diva, what? Right? Thank you. I've actually heard that as well. Thank you for the reminder. Little bell ring to the diva.
Read it.
Her man just said that's actually a catch for a woman to not have kids or have been married. No baggage. Thank you very much. Agreed.
No, did she? But she said she with somebody. Did she qualify the age 40 and up? You mean a woman 40 and up with none of that? That's the part.
About 35 and up is fine for that too.
Oh, 35 and up or whatever, but you got to qualify the age. Now, if I meet a chick 28, 29, that's a catch. Shoot it in the bucket all day long.
Okay, my sister is just jumping ship today, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, like she just said, it's a catch. Like she don't have kids or been married. But here's the thing, yes. Would I rather have a woman that's never been married and don't have any children? Yes, I would. But the fact of the matter is, if she's around my age and don't have any of that, here's the thing, a red flag doesn't mean like, oh, throw her away. We're not saying she's a trash woman. Throw her away. She's of no use. That's not what's being said. Okay, red flag means approach with caution. Approach with extreme caution.
Oh, extreme.
Something, it could be a foot. Something probably is a foot. So don't just dive in head first, walking that thing like, what's going on? Test the walls. Make sure that thing don't fall in on you. Don't get caught up. That's what a red flag is.
Okay, now let's move on to our next clip, guys. That I saw this and I thought it was very sweet. So let's get going here. Let's see. All right.
How long have you guys been married for?
It'll be 35 September 3rd.
What is the secret for being married for 35 years?
For us, divorce is not an option. Murder has been an option a couple of times, but divorce is not an option. Your marriage will be tested to the point of divorce, and what you do is up to you. Every marriage gets challenged to that point where you go, I'm not sure. And the ones that figure out a way to get through it are the ones you come out stronger on the other side.
How long have you guys?
Oh, I love this. I love this. Now, I like that he was real about it. I like that he was honest about it, about what you go through when you decide to get married to somebody. And if you were lucky enough to be with somebody for 35 years. I mean, anytime anybody, I feel like, especially with Gen Z, people, this is not a common concept anymore. People being married for 30, 40, 50 years. People are not doing that because as we just saw with our last clip, if that's the attitude that we're going into, just dropping people like that, then yeah, people definitely aren't going to get married. But I wanted to show this clip to just show that it does take a lot of work. And if two people really want to make it work, even if they do get to these really challenging points, which I'm sure all marriages do, if you stick it out and stay together, you can hopefully get to a place where you're together for 35 years. And I will say it's funny because somebody commented and said, look how the woman doesn't say anything, and kind of like ran with that. She didn't interrupt him. And that's probably why that's probably why they're still married, because she let him talk. But anyway, I just like that he kept it 100 and he didn't make it all roses and lollipops, because marriage can be really challenging. But if you stick it out and you stay together, you can get to this place.
Yeah, I mean, marriage not even can be. It is. Yes. It is challenging. It is. It will be. Like, it ain't no possibility. It is. It will be. I've had numerous conversations with people that have been married for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. All the conversations went just like that. What we just saw. Every single one. Every single one. Like, they've gotten to a point in their story where that was alluded to. Like, you know, like obviously, like you kind of, but it's not like super serious, but it's the way you have that energy, that anger in you, to where if it was somebody else, you probably would. Like I've talked to people and they go into those, like they may not want to explicitly say those words, and they may not know how to jokingly bring it up. So you can just see in their eyes they went to a dark place as they're talking. It's like, ooh, something is there. I don't know what it is, but I never forget. I did this commercial during the pandemic, 2020. June, I had to go to North Carolina to shoot this commercial for this. It's on my actually YouTube now. If you want to check it out, youtube.com/FreddieBTV. But guys, look, listen. I'm shooting the commercial, and this lady, she was like one of the dinner guests of the guy who was trying to cook, but he couldn't cook right, and his wife was mad at him. So it was one point in time they were shooting some scenes with just the main character and his wife. So me, her, and the other guy, we were in the back, like little green room, ever just waiting. You know, as Drea, you know, we shoot commercials, hurry up and wait. You got hours where you just sit there, you just talk to your castmates. We talking, and we got into, you know, I think I saw a ring, and I said, it's nice, not very nice looking white woman too. She was like about 70, looked like she was like 50. I was like, man, she was silver fox, silver hair, like she was beautiful. But we start getting into marriage, and so anytime we get in that, I like immediately start digging it. I want to give me the information of being married. What does that look like? Because I want the real. And so we talking, and I'm asking the proper questions, and you know, we getting deeper. And she got this point to where, like, you know, there were some times that, and she just looked off to the side, and she was like, there's some times to where I didn't think we were going to make it, and there were trouble, and yeah, it was a difficult time. And you know, when the people start talking like that, like it's like, oh, you went to a place and you're starting to deal with some stuff.
She went back to the place.
Yeah, it's almost like this is gonna be really nasty, but this really illustrates my point. Like, you ever threw up and you was done, but then like you talking later on, and then you kind of burp a little bit, and some of the throw up come back up. The chunks come back up in your throat. You know what I'm talking about, Drea?
Get graphic, okay?
No, because I really want people to understand, like, that's kind of what she had. The little chunks came back up a little bit, and it's human nature, Drea. You've thrown up before. We've all thrown up.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, every single person with this dark spot. So marriage, that's what it is. It ain't the Disney thing. We gotta let that go. It's work. When you get married, it's a business contract. It's work. It's a job. You're filling a position, but it's based in love. It's rooted in love, but you're still filling a position. That's why the majority of people get divorced, because of financial reasons.
Yeah, hopefully it's rooted in love. I think what you said last week was really important, or maybe the week before. We were talking about, you know, once all the warm fuzzies fall off and the person's not bright and shiny anymore, and all they're doing is breathing, and you want to choke them, you know, that's when that's when it gets really real. So if you are making the decision to want to share your life with someone, and that's who we're speaking to, because look, Freddie, you know, I know some people who are together perfectly fine, not getting married. They just want to be single. They want to do their own thing. I do think ultimately we do want to have somebody to share our lives with, right? You want somebody to be a witness to your life. That's what I think most people want. So, you know, whatever that looks like for you, it doesn't mean that you're doomed and gloomed if you're over 40 and this hasn't happened for you. Okay. It can happen when it happens, but I do think you have to be cognizant and real about what it takes to be in a relationship with another person. And if you get to that marriage place, be real about what that's actually going to look like, and what that's going to look like once it's not warm and fuzzy, bright and shiny, and all the lollipops and rainbows are gone, and you're left with that actual person. So I think that's really important.
And so, like I said, I wish the comments from my Facebook page were coming through, because now I'm kind of like, that's what I've been doing. I'm looking over here, looking at some of these comments.
You have to make it public on your Facebook. Maybe that's why it's not coming. The audience, that's what I have to do on mine. You have to make it public.
Okay, I'm like, man, I'm seeing, I got a couple of guys literally just said, yeah, like she back as crazy, if more than likely, if she over 40, never been married, don't have any children.
Anyway.
You know what I mean? Like, here, let me see, Tanisha, my girl Tanisha.
Hi, Tanisha.
Very beautiful young lady. What she said, my grandparents just celebrated their 50-year anniversary. She's a teacher as well. Shout out to the teachers. And my grandmother just said, you have to know adversity is coming, but you decide to fight only the battles worth fighting. That's a great point. Like, you don't fight every battle. Everything ain't designed to to bring to your husband or bring to your wife. Sometimes you just let it slide and keep moving.
I learned that living with someone. That's when I learned that. I was like, we live together. So this may not be something I need to bring up because we're going in the same place together. So
you went through that for no reason too. Damn, that's crazy.
What do you mean for no reason? I learned a lot from that. I don't regret that at all. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess I'm thinking like they just not around them. That's what I'm thinking about. Like,
okay, well, it doesn't mean that it was worth nothing, Freddie. Thank you.
But see, that's an example of me speaking from my perspective and you speaking from your perspective, because women do that all the time with men. Like, we ain't red flags. I'm happy and all this, and I'm good. Like, no, men like,
please, what are you talking about? We live together. That wasn't me living by myself. We live together.
No. That's both. Oh, you missed what I said. Never mind. But yes, to the old people, to marriage, it is work. It is work. A relationship is a build up to get married, and it's full of work. And it's interesting. We led with the girl telling them cut it off. She'll never be married. She'll never be married.
She could have a comeuppance later in life. She's obviously very young and she's in her 20s. And
God with that mindset, that mindset got to change.
I don't know what her mindset's going to look like when she's 30, because this generation is an interesting one. So
I just hope and pray that, each one teach one. Hopefully somebody watches this and starts to, it's what we're saying lands and it starts to take root and things change in the mind. But I mean, like I said, it's so important that, especially because the thing is, like I said before, women hold access to sex, men hold access to marriage. Okay. And so the thing is that there are a lot of men out here who are great men who want to take care of women, make sure you're safe, provide, protect, all of that. But that requires something from a woman. That requires you being in a particular place to where it makes sense for that man to be great to you and take care of you. All the women we saw today in the videos, they don't qualify.
Oh God, Freddie. They qualify for someone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They qualify for someone. They don't qualify for a man making sure everything good.
Oh God.
What your auntie saying?
One thing I'm learning being married, it goes through seasons. Sometimes we lovey-lovely. Sometimes we best friends. I don't fight every battle, niece. I was 40 when I met my husband. Yes, Aunt Vicky. Exactly. And Aunt Vicky, how old were you when you had Valencia? Thank you very much.
My
aunt's a great example. She's a great example. My aunt was doing a thing. She was working, living her life, and she met her husband later in life. Hello, Uncle Cafe.
And then when she met her husband at 40, did she still have that mentality that she had before?
Who knows? But she's married.
But that's my point. That's my point. We got to get her. We got to get you, your aunt, and your mom. Your mom be going in on me, but she's supposed to come. My dad have been on the show. My dad have been on the show.
Maybe next week she'll come. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Guys, please do that. Let's get these, we would appreciate the likes, appreciate the comments. The comments are beautiful. And guys, look, support is free. That's how you support it. That's how you support Drea. That's how you support myself for us to keep doing this and to, take it bigger.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. Same time, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm Lady Drea and Renee. This is Freddie B. Over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Freddie B TV is here. That's me, guys.
See you next week.
You did this on the show one time.
All right, Freddie. Bye, guys.